Remember how Brandi Maxiell from Basketball Wives LA season 4 was tripping on Tammy Roman and Shaunie O'Neal, and she was just going off the rails, basically letting Tammy know, we can have some static if you want it. If you want to throw hands, we can do that. If you want to wrestle in sin, we can do that too, over in Puerto Rico on their girls trip. And remember, she got to that big argument at dinner with Shaunie O'Neal, where she, if I'm not mistaken, she called her a bitch and said she was acting like a bitch. I think she said both. Now, of course, Shaunie is the damn, executive vice president or executive producer. She's some sort of big wig, and I don't mean Nene Leakes when I say a big wig. She's some sort of big wig, head honcho over there at the Basketball Wives LA franchise or whatever. So she's like Brandi's boss, or maybe even her boss's boss or some crazy shit. Anyways, people were saying that she's going to get her ass fired from the show, but here's what Brandi had to say about it all on Twitter. She said, and I quote, "I don't care. No one is going to insult me. I don't work for no one. No shade. But if someone had so much power, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have seen a couple ladies on our franchise." End quote. Oh, bitch, you know not what you say. If someone had so much power. Brandi, you're really pushing it, ma. Now, I've always said this since Brandi popped up on the show, because that was the first season of Basketball Wives that I actually watched. I saw little clips of it, little scenes of it over the years, and it just looked like some old bullshit I didn't want to tune into. But I actually gave it a chance on season 4, the same season that Brandi Maxiell popped up in, and I just found a lot of humor in the show. And I quickly realized something, that Brandi, the way that she handles situations, not this one in particular, but a lot of the things that she says and a lot of ways that she had, like for example, her confronting Shaunie, the so-called boss, and saying, look, I don't like what you do, because honestly, Shaunie was doing some shady shit. Let's be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, the way that Brandi approached the situation was wrong. It was the wrong execution, maybe. However, the fact that she stuck up for herself was the right thing to do. Besides the fact that it makes quote unquote good TV, nobody should be bullied. It doesn't matter whether or not you're so-called in charge. These people behind the scenes in these reality TV shows sometimes go too far. And Shaunie decided to step in front of the camera. Once she stepped in front of the camera, she partially relinquished her private behind the scenes duties and made herself a damn cast member. Can't remember whether or not she's in the damn intro, but she did make herself a cast member on the show to some degree, because she's hanging out with the women in front of the camera and whatnot and interacting with them as if she's a cast member. So in a sense, she made herself Brandi's peer as opposed to her superior. So when Brandi spoke to her as a peer, what else would you expect? You came as an equal, because it makes no sense for you to be one of the people who's in control of the show but be a cast member at the same time. It's like, pick one, choose one or the other. Because, there's always the potential that anything that's said or done to a normal cast member may happen to you. So she honestly gave Shaunie the business. It's just the fact that she called her a bitch, I think multiple times, that threw me for a loop. She should have confronted her about what she was doing, because Shaunie was doing her little sneaky immature shit and whatnot too. She wasn't completely innocent in what had transpired, so I can understand Brandi confronting her, but not the way that she did it. She was, whoo. I just sat up there and said, wow, do you really want to say that to Shaunie? But anyways, all I know is this. I hope Brandi stays on the show. This is my second season watching the show. Like I said, I've seen scenes before, but when I saw all them pretty women arguing and fighting, I was like, I can't watch this shit. This is disgusting. But, Brandi was like a breath of fresh air. I thought she was a really sweet, really nice person. But I don't know now. She seemed a little bit crazy. I can't tell. I don't really know what I think about Brandi anymore, but she quickly became my favorite on season 4. So, I hope she goes back to being the sweet Brandi that we all know she could be, and not let whatever is going on in her personal life potentially affect the way that she acts in the show, because she's awesome sauce. I'm not just saying that because she's fine either, okay? I'm saying that because I really enjoy her personality. Not just because she's pretty and has a ridiculous body. It's not just because of that, but it's partially because of that. Don't front, don't trip. It's definitely partially because of that. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. And whatever you do, don't watch those old recap and review videos that I used to do with the show, because I was wilding at the time. I was tripping. Anyways, don't watch those reviews from season 4 that I did. Don't even do it to yourself. Meat Magazine.